The final episode of Your Honor brings the intense and complex story to a tragic yet reflective conclusion, highlighting the devastating consequences of guilt, revenge, and moral dilemmas faced by the characters. Song Ho-young's journey toward revenge for his mother's death reaches its heartbreaking end in this episode. Ho-young is a young man consumed by grief and anger after his mother's suicide, which he blames on the corrupt actions of Kim Sang-hyuk and his powerful family. His ultimate goal is to seek retribution for the pain caused to his mother, Jo Eun-hye, who was the victim of a dismissed sexual assault case. Ho-young's descent into vengeance is symbolized by his determination to kill Sang-hyuk, Kim Kang-hye's son, which climaxes during a tense family dinner. Ho-young manages to confront Sang-hyuk at Kang-hye's home, where he finally reveals his tragic story and directs a gun at him. Ho-young's monologue about the dehumanizing effect of Sang-hyuk's crimes and his family's disregard for others' lives shows how deep his anguish runs. However, just as he is about to carry out his plan, the situation spirals out of control. In a heartbreaking twist, Ho-young's vengeance leads to his own demise. During the confrontation, Kim Mi-jeon, Kang-hye's wife, enters the room and, in a panic, shoots Ho-young in order to protect Sang-hyuk. Despite being gravely wounded, Ho-young tries to continue his mission, but Mi-jeon fires again, this time fatally injuring him. The duality of Ho-young's resolve to kill Sang-hyuk and his desire to make things right for his mother results in a violent, tragic end. The moment when Ho-young collapses after being shot multiple times is one of profound sorrow. His father, Judge Song Pan-ho, arrives too late to stop the violence, finding his son's lifeless body on the floor. The scene where Pan-ho desperately tries to wipe his son's blood with his own shirt reflects the overwhelming grief of a father who has lost his only child. Pan-ho's emotional breakdown, combined with his regret at being unable to protect Ho-young, emphasizes the central theme of parental failure and guilt that runs throughout the series. Kim Mi-jeon's role in the tragedy is also significant. After shooting Ho-young to protect her family, she becomes overwhelmed with guilt. Her actions reflect the desperation of a mother trying to shield her loved ones, but they also symbolize the cycle of violence perpetuated by the corrupt and powerful. Mi-jeon's breakdown after the shooting, where she repeatedly questions if she did the right thing, highlights the moral ambiguity of her actions. Kang-hye, in an attempt to console her, asserts that he would have done the same, reinforcing the idea that their family will go to any lengths to protect their own, even at the cost of others' lives. The final scene between Song Pan-ho and Kim Kang-hye is a powerful and somber reflection on their shared guilt and the consequences of their actions. Both men meet on a beach, away from the chaos of their lives, to confront the gravity of their sins. Pan-ho, who has lost his son, seeks repentance rather than revenge. He expresses his hope that they will not forget what has happened, but instead, reflect on it and seek atonement. Kang-hye, on the other hand, acknowledges his arrogance and the misguided belief that he could control and manipulate the situation. He admits that he thought he could act as a judge of others' lives, but now realizes that such arrogance has only led to more suffering. This moment of self-awareness reveals Kang-hye's internal conflict, as he grapples with the realization that his actions have not only destroyed others' lives but have also led to his family's downfall. While Pan-ho seeks redemption, the consequences for the remaining characters are bleak. Ho-young's funeral is a poignant reminder of the heavy toll that vengeance takes. Pan-ho's confession to the police about his involvement in covering up crimes is a final attempt to find some form of justice. However, prosecutor Kang believes that Kim Kang-hye is the one who truly deserves punishment, and Pan-ho's desire for personal accountability may not be enough to dismantle the larger corrupt system. In the end, both Pan-ho and Kang-hye are left to reflect on the damage they've caused, not only to their own lives but to the lives of those around them. The cyclical nature of violence and guilt in Your Honor leaves viewers with the sense that, while justice may not have been served in the traditional sense, the characters are left to face the repercussions of their actions in deeply personal ways. The tragedy of Ho-young's death also deeply affects Eun, Kang-hye's daughter, who was caught in the crossfire of this brutal feud. Overwhelmed by guilt and confusion, Eun attempts to take her own life by consuming a large amount of medication. Though she survives, the damage to her health is severe, leaving her future uncertain. Her fate symbolizes the innocent lives shattered by the ambitions and sins of those in power. The ending of Your Honor is a somber meditation on the price of power, revenge, and moral compromise. Pan-ho and Kang-hye's meeting at the beach suggests that while they have both caused unimaginable harm, they now understand the need for repentance. The final image of the two men contemplating their sins, with the ocean as a backdrop, leaves the audience with the impression that while justice may not have been fully realized, there is a sense of reckoning and remorse. Ultimately, Your Honor concludes on a note of sorrow and reflection, illustrating that in the pursuit of vengeance, the cost is often too high to bear. Thank you for watching our breakdown of Your Honor's intense and emotional finale. This drama masterfully explores the complexities of guilt, power, and the ripple effects of vengeance, leaving us with questions about justice and morality. If you enjoyed this deep dive, be sure to like the video and subscribe for more content where we analyze the biggest moments in K-dramas. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. What did you think of the ending? Were there any moments that stood out to you? And as always, see you next time.